How much are you prepared to pay to get the house that you desire? If you don't have a rough estimate, then it is time to do some serious introspection. This is because most of the people want to get out of the rent game as soon as possible. And at a certain point, there comes this ever-repeating question of, should I buy or should I build my own house? Welcome to Matters Real Estate. This is Q&A session. Stay tuned in as we go through this topic. Should I buy a ready-made home or should I build my own house from ground up? To answer this weighty question, a prospective homeowner must dig deeper and ask themselves these three deep questions. And the question number one is, why do I want to own my home? Believe it or not, there are many people who are quite content to stay in rental accommodation forever, so to speak. There's nothing wrong with taking this decision and deciding to rent a house for the rest of your life if it works for you. However, for those who want to own their own home, they must decide the route that they want to take, whether they want to buy a house which is ready or a house which they want to build for themselves. Whether they are buying or building their own home, the reason behind their option to own their home must be so compelling because to keep them on track, because end of those process is long and adventurous journey. And on the question number two that you need to ask yourself is, how much time should I set aside for my home ownership journey? Because both buying and building your own home take up considerable amount of your time. For buying, you need to set up time to view multiple units or properties from different locations depending on your needs and on your budget. Working with an experienced real estate agent can make your work a little bit less time consuming. And on the other hand, if you decide to build your own home from ground up, a lot of time will be spent on that process because you need to do the project from the beginning to the end. You need to do the inspections of every stage of the project, and this will take much of your time. So if you don't have a trusted person to supervise your project, then you have to do it yourself. So if you choose to build your own home, so be prepared to get your hands dirty, because you have to go in to be on and off the side almost every other time to make sure that your home takes shape and your home comes just the way you want it. And on question number three is that where do I want my home to be? Location is often used real estate mantra for both buyers and owners, and everyone wants that scenic, secure and private location that affords all the benefits of modern urban living. This all depends on the budget that you set aside for your home. If you are buying a home, market forces determine how much the house of your dreams costs. But naturally, depending on your powers of persuasion, you can negotiate for more favorable terms if you are buying your own home. On the other hand, if you decide to build your own home, it's a different game, or rather it's a different ball game altogether. Here you can recruit a competent team that you can keep close contact with. You can keep the close supervision to make sure that you keep your cost as low as possible. So whichever way you choose, location will always matter, but your budget will also determine the location that you get your property from. And on question number four is, what must my home have? What facilities should come with my home, and what kind of features must be in my home? So basically there is certainly some must-haves that homeowners want to see in their homes. When buying a home, you should have a checklist of what you must have in your house, and ensure that all those features are catered in your budget. However, when you are building, you have a lot of flexibility to include or to have the features that you are looking for in your property. And this also comes with your budget as well, whether you are building or whether you are buying. For example, if you want to have a swimming pool and you are building for your house, it's an extra budget that you have to include. If you are buying as well, houses that have swimming pool probably, or obviously they'll attract more, or they'll ask for more budget, as opposed to the houses that don't come with certain or some specific facilities. And the last question you want to ask yourself, if you are deciding to either buy or to build your own house, is that am I mentally prepared for the journey? Either of the option, whether to buy or to build, comes with its own journey, and it takes your time and your effort. So home ownership in any option is time-consuming journey, which comes with unexpected changes here and there. And when you are deciding to be a homeowner, the best mindset is to have a flexible and accommodating mindset, because there are so many things that might be beyond your control. In home buying, you see different house owners with their unique views about their property in terms of the pricing and all that. When you are building your own house, there are multiple personalities that you meet. You interact with a range of contractors to managers, and the best way to understand and work with the person is to place yourself in their shoes. So it's a long journey altogether, whether you choose to buy or to build your own house. And like I've said, you want to have a flexible and accommodating mindset in either of the journey, so that process is a little bit easy for you, and you find it easy to get to the home that you are looking for. So thank you so much for watching my video. Subscribe and come back, and stay tuned.